Here's a small quote I'd like to share with you. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. Steve Jobs. Yet as soon as a man gives thought to his homelessness, it is a misery no longer. Rightly considered and kept well in mind, it is the sole summons that calls mortals into their dwelling. Dwelling is the aim of each individual after realizing that they're born homeless. Therefore, humans tend to use their abilities and the earth as a tool to create themselves a sense of dwelling. Heidegger claims that humans build in order to dwell. Dwell is a process that is learned, and it evolves as our ideas evolve. And in order for us to dwell correctly, according to Heidegger, we must always take into consideration the fourfold he presented. The fourfold is the unity of sky, earth, divinity, and mortals. Heidegger emphasizes on the idea that mortals must dwell through caring about their surroundings and not by destroying or imitating them. This is my final Rig 4 model. It embodies my quote since it has a plane move into a volume. This presents the notion of dwelling, where this plane moved into a volume which acts as its shelter in order to dwell. Here are the minimalistic study models of the Rig 4 model. They are the early stages of how the Rig 4 model evolved. And this is my first Rig N model. The pendulum, which represents the passing of time, and the passing of each second in specific. Since the project revolves around Beirut port, the pendulum reminded me of the ticking of the clock that stopped ticking at 6:07 p.m., the instant in which Beirut's worst living nightmare took place, the Beirut explosion. Unlike my Rig 4 model, the Rig N model further enhances the idea of an existential being residing inside a volume in order to dwell. Except that this time, it is not a plane, it's a volume that is dwelling inside another one. This is the first step study model that gave me the initial idea of having two volumes dwell inside each other. And finally, here's my final Rig N model integrated into the silos on a scale of 1 to 100. In this model, as you can tell, my Rig N model transports existential beings from the ground and into the silos, where they experience the realm and the space inside these silos, as well as the healing power of the site. This model does not only represent the dwelling and the healing aspect of my final Rig 4 model, but it also represents the fusion of space and volumes that was present in my study conceptual Rig N model. The lifting motion of the mechanism is triggered by an axe in the back of the silos. Here is a 1/1000 site model from the top view. I created the axes myself, and it is the parallel and perpendicular lines to the upper quay. And if we extend these lines, we form a grid. And through this grid, I implemented the platforms, the ramps, the ups and downs, and the folds of the site. With these complex folds, individuals can go into different rooms and experience the space and feel the realm of the spiritual healing power this site provides. This site contains unique folds and unique spaces different from any other site, which makes it a destination for people to spend not only half an hour, but hours in the site. Some of these folds may be sand healing rooms, where individuals tend to go lay down in the sand for a certain period of time, in different colors of sand too, where they experience the healing power of it, similar to what the Navajo Indians used to do in Native America. This is the observational render composition. Feel free to pause through.